Hello, and welcome to the weekly devlog for Sonic Entropy. I'm Pagan Pegasus, the lead developer for our project, and I'll be your host for this week's update. Today we'll be going over all the work completed in Week 5 for our Sonic fan game, which we're building from the ground up with our own in-house game engine to deliver the ultimate boost formula experience. And if this is your first time here, be sure to check out our previous devlogs to get a rundown on the progress so far. This week, I took a step back from working on Cyclone, our custom level editor, to reverse engineer how Sonic Unleashed's camera system works. During this research, I identified 3 specific camera techniques used by Sonic Team which set Hedgehog engine games apart from other 3D platformers. The first type of camera is the parallel camera. This camera always stays at a fixed distance from Sonic, which is controlled by the camera's distance parameter. The camera will maintain its position relative to Sonic no matter where he is or which direction he faces. The angle of the camera can be changed using the pitch parameter for vertical elevation and the yaw parameter for its lateral direction. The point that the camera is fixed to can also be changed relative to Sonic. This point can be moved above or below Sonic, to his left or right, and in front or behind. This is extensively used in Unleashed levels to help guide the player's eye towards obstacles and enemies. Here's an example camera used in Windmill Isle Act 2, and this is what it looks like in-game. The second most common camera in Unleashed is the pan camera. This camera is fixed in a specific position and always points towards Sonic no matter where he is in the level. Like parallel cameras, we can also offset the target position relative to Sonic. Here is another example from Windmill Isle Act 2, where a pan camera follows Sonic while he bounces up springs. Sonic Unleashed also uses camera boards, which control what camera is in use. Camera boards work by switching Sonic's active camera depending on which direction he travels through the board. The speed at which camera parameters switch over is set by the board's ease time property, and this can be set independently for both directions. Camera boards can also be set to interpolate between cameras rather than switching immediately. When Sonic passes through the first board, the camera settings smoothly interpolate from camera A to camera B, based on his distance between the 2 boards. Any number of boards can be linked together, and the switching or interpolation behavior can be set independently for each board in a chain. Here is another example from Windmill Isle Act 2, showing camera board interpolation in action. There are of course several other camera types in Unleashed, such as 2D cameras used when Sonic loops around a set piece horizontally, or path cameras which slide along predefined splines. Other methods also exist to change between cameras, such as camera volumes, which switch between a different camera only while Sonic is inside a specific area. I didn't have time to make animations for all of them, so I chose the camera types that deserve the most recognition. All in all, I spent 16 hours over 3 streams taking notes, and even discovered how some undocumented parameters work which have never been discussed publicly. The main purpose of this research was to gain an understanding of how and why Sonic Team designed the camera system this way, which will allow us to integrate the same camera system into Sonic Entropy to deliver a smoother and more cinematic experience, which many games fail to implement. Even then, we still have much to learn about the camera system, but with these fundamentals we have an excellent starting point to base our work off of. And that about does it for this week. If you want to stay informed, consider subscribing to us on YouTube or following Blitzy OS on Twitch for all the latest updates. And hit that like button if you want to support the channel and help us grow. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with more news next week.